Kunja Vihari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha. Jaya Giri Varadari. Yashoda Nandana Rajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava. Jaya Kunja Vihari. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Radhe. All right. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Reading from Bhagavad-Gita As It Is. Okay. Chapter 2. Contents of the Gita summarized. Chapter 2, text 9. Dhritarashtra must have been very glad to understand that Arjuna was not going to fight and was instead leaving the battlefield for the begging profession. But Sanjaya disappointed him again in relating that Arjuna was competent to kill his enemies, Parantapa. Although Arjuna was, for the time being, overwhelmed with false grief due to family affection, he surrendered unto Krishna, the supreme spiritual master, as a disciple. This indicates that he would soon be free from the false lamentation resulting from family affection, and would be enlightened with perfect knowledge of self-realization or Krishna consciousness, and would then surely fight. Thus, Dhritarashtra's joy would be frustrated, since Arjuna would be enlightened by Krishna and would fight to the end. Text 10. Tamuvacha Rishikesha Prahasan Iva Bharata Sanayor Ubayor Madhye Vishidantam Idam Vacha. Tam unto him Uvacha said, Rishikesh, the master of the senses, Krishna, Prahasan, smiling, Iva, like that. Bharata, O Dhritarashtra, descendant of Bharat. Sanayo, of the armies, Ubayo, of both parties, Madhye, between, Vishidantam, unto the lamenting one. Idam, the following, Vacha, words. Translation, O descendant of Bharat, at that time, Krishna, smiling in the midst of both the armies, spoke the following words to the grief-stricken Arjuna. Purport, the talk was going on between intimate friends, namely the Rishikesh and the Gudikesh. As friends, both of them were on the same level, but one of them voluntarily became a student of the other. Krishna was smiling because a friend had chosen to become a disciple. As Lord of all, he is always in a superior position as the master of everyone, and yet the Lord accepts one who wishes to be a friend, a son, a lover, or a devotee, or who wants him in such a role. But when he was accepted as the master, he at once assumed the role and talked with the disciple like the master, with gravity as it is required. It appears that the talk between the master and the disciple was openly exchanged in the presence of both armies, so that all were benefited. So the talks of Bhagavad Gita are not for any particular person, society, or community, but they are for all, and friends or enemies are equally entitled to hear them. Text 11, Sri Bhagavan Vacha, Asochan Avanosha Abba Sochaschwam Pragna Vadam Shabasha se. Katasun Agata Sumscha Nanu Sho Chanti Pandita. Translation. Sri Bhagavan Vacha, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, said, Asochan, that which is not worthy of lamentation, Anba Socha, you are lamenting, Chwam you, Praja Vadan, learned talk, Sha also Basha se, speaking, Gata, lost, Asun, life, Agata, not past, Asun, life, Cha also not, never, Anushochante, lamentation, Pandita, the learned. Translation. The blessed Lord said, while speaking learned words, you are mourning for what is not worthy of grief. Those who are wise lament neither for the living nor the dead. Those who are wise lament neither for the living nor the dead. Purport: the Lord at once took the position of the teacher and chastised the student, calling him indirectly a fool. The Lord said, you are talking like a learned man, but you do not know that one who has learned, one who knows that what is body and what is soul does not lament for any stage of the body, neither in the living nor in the dead condition. Yeah, because the body is temporary, the soul is eternal, so there's no death. So why would you lament? Of course, you can miss some people. You can miss people in your life, but life goes on. Life goes on. Life goes on. Okay, Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 8. Let's see. Ya idam mayaya devya, Sridatya vati hantyaja. Ma do not, ma sta, think, he, certainly, etat, all these, ascharyam, wonderful, serva all, ascharya maye, in all mysterious, achutye, the infallible Ya, one who, idam, this creation, mayaya, by his energy, devya, transcendental, srijati, creates, avati, maintains, hanti, annihilates, aja, unborn. Translation. O Brahmanas, do not think this to be especially wonderful in the activities of the mysterious and infallible personality of Godhead. By his own transcendental energy, he creates, maintains, and annihilates all material things, although he is himself unborn. Purport: the activities of the Lord are always inconceivable to the tiny brain of the living entities. Nothing is impossible for the Supreme Lord, but all his actions are wonderful for us, and thus he is always beyond the range of our conceivable limits. The Lord is the all-powerful, all-perfect personality of Godhead. The Lord is 100% perfect, whereas others, namely Narayan, Brahma, Shiva, the demigods, and all other living beings, possess only different percentages of such perfection. No one is equal to or greater than him. He is unrivaled. Text 17. Brahma Tejo Vanir Mukter Atma Jai Saha Krishnaya Prayana Bi Mukam Krishnam Idamaha Pritasati. Brahma Teja, the radiation of the Ramastra, Virmuktai, being saved from Atma Jai, along with her son, Saha, with Krishnaya, Draupadi, Prayana, outgoing, Abhimukam, towards Krishnam, unto Lord Krishna, Idam, this, Aha, said, Prita, Kunti, Sati, chaste, devoted to the Lord. Translation: thus saved from the radiation of the Brahmastra, Kunti, the chaste devotee of the Lord, and her 5 sons, and Draupadi addressed Lord Krishna as he started for home. Purport: Kunti is described here as sati, or chaste, due to her unalloyed devotion to Lord Sri Krishna. Her mind will now be expressed in the following prayers for Lord Krishna. A chaste devotee of the Lord does not look to others, namely any other living being or demigod, even for deliverance from danger. That was all along the characteristic of the whole family of the Pandavas. They knew nothing except Krishna, and therefore the Lord was also always ready to help them in all respects and in all circumstances. That is the transcendental nature of the Lord. He reciprocates the dependence of the devotee. One should not therefore look for help from imperfect living beings or demigods, but one should look for all help from Lord Krishna, who is competent to save his devotees. Such a chaste devotee also never asks the Lord for help, but the Lord, out of his own accord, is always anxious to render it. Text 18. Kunt Yuvacha Namase Purusham Twadyam Isvaram Prakrite Param Alakshyam Sarva Bhutanam Atir Bahir Vastitam. Kunti Avacha, Srimati Kunti said, Namasye, let me bow down, Purusham, the Supreme Person, Chwa, you, Adyam, the original, Ishvaram, the controller, Prakrite, of the material cosmos, Param, beyond, Alaksham, the invisible, Sarva, all, Bhutanam, of living beings, Anta, within, Bahi, without, Ashvatitam, existing. Translation: Srimati Kunti said, "O Krishna, I offer my obeisances unto you because you are the original personality and are unaffected by the qualities of the material world. You are existing both within and without everything, yet you are invisible to all." Purport: Srimati Kunti Devi was quite aware that Krishna is the original personality of Godhead. Although he was playing the part of her nephew, such an enlightened lady could not commit a mistake by offering obeisances unto her nephew. Therefore, she addressed him as the original Purusha beyond the material cosmos. Reading from Krishna book. Okay. Putana killed. The chapter is called Putana killed. But in spite of being envious of Krishna, she attained salvation because she gave her milk to him to drink. So what can be said of those who are affectionate to Krishna in the relationship of mother, who with great love and affection always serve him, the Supreme Personality of Godhead and the super soul of every living entity? It is concluded, therefore, that even a little energy expended in the service of the Lord gives one immense transcendental profit. This is explained in the Bhagavad-Gita, Swapam apasya dharmasya trayate mahato ayat. Devotional service in Krishna consciousness is so sublime that even a little service rendered to Krishna knowingly or unknowingly gives one the greatest transcendental benefit. The system of worshiping Krishna by offering flowers from a tree is also beneficial for the living entity who is confined to the bodily existence of that tree. When flowers and fruits are offered to Krishna, the tree that bore them also receives much benefit indirectly. The archana process or worshiping procedure is therefore beneficial for everyone. Krishna is worshipable by great demigods like Brahma and Lord Shiva, and Putana was so fortunate that the same Krishna played in her lap as a little child. The lotus feet of Krishna, which are worshipped by great sages and devotees, were placed on the body of Putana. People worship Krishna and offer him food with great reverence and devotion, but automatically he sucked the milk from the body of Putana. People worship Krishna and offer him food with great reverence and devotion, but ultimately he sucked the milk from the body of Putana. Devotees therefore pray that if simply by offering something as an enemy, Putana got so much benefit, then who can measure the benefit of worshiping Krishna in love and affection? Therefore, only Krishna should be worshipped, for so much benefit awaits the worshipper. Yeah, Hare Krishna, Sanjay. Yeah, so like Putana came to kill Krishna and she got liberated. So what to say of you if you worship Krishna with love and devotion? Like what kind of benefit? Of course, like we don't want to go after Krishna for some benefit, right? But at the same time, if a demon who's trying to kill Krishna gets so much benefit just by coming in contact with Krishna, think about how much benefit you're going to get just by approaching Krishna with love and devotion. Although Putana was an evil spirit, she gained elevation just like the mother of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is clear that the cows and the elder gopis who offered milk to Krishna were also elevated to the transcendental position. Krishna can offer anyone anything from liberation to anything materially conceivable. Therefore, there cannot be any doubt of salvation of Putana, whose bodily milk was sucked by Krishna for such a long time. And how can there be any doubt about the salvation of the gopis who are so fond of Krishna? Undoubtedly, all the gopis, cowherd boys, cows, and everyone else who served Krishna in Vrindavan with love and affection were liberated from the miserable condition of material existence. When all the inhabitants of Vrindavan smelled the good aroma from the smoke of the burning Putana, they inquired from each other, "Where is this good fragrance coming from?" And while conversing, they came to understand that it was the fumes of the burning Putana. They were very fond of Krishna, and as soon as they heard that the demon Putana had been killed by Krishna, they offered blessings to the little child out of affection. After the burning of Putana, Nanda Maharaj came home and immediately took up the child on his lap and began to smell his head. In this way, he was quite satisfied that his little child was saved from this calamity. Srila Sukadeva Goswami has given a blessing to all persons who hear the narration of the killing of Putana by Krishna. They will surely attain the favor of Govinda. Great. I'm going to attain the favor of Govinda. Yay. Okay. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport of the 6th chapter of Krishna, Putana killed. Yeah, I'm getting into the fun stuff. Krishna killing the demons. It's the fun stuff. I love it. I love this part. I love it. I love the part. Okay. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhatta Vrinda. Nitai Gauranga Jaya Nitai Gauranga Jaya Sachinandana Jaya Sachinandana Nitai Gauranga Jaya Gaura Hari Nityananda Nityananda Gauranga Gauranga Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Jai Radhe, Jai Jai Sham, Jai Jai Shri Vrindavan Dham. Jai Jai Nitai, Jai Jai Gaur, Jai Jai Shri Damayapur. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe. Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe. Radhe Govinda. Radhe Govinda. Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Nanda Yashoda Dula Girivaradari Gopal. Gopal, 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 Gopal. Radha, 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 Radha. Krishna, 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 Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Krishna Balaram, Jaya Radha Shama Sundar, Jaya Shri Vrindavan Dham. Jaya Tulsi Maharani, Jaya Giri Govardhan, Jaya Muna Devi, Jaya Shri Vrindavan Dham. Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Srila Prabhupada. Nitai Gora Haribo, 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 Nitai Gora Haribo. Nitai Gora Premanadi, Hari Haribo, Jai Jai Shri Radhe Sham. Hare Krishna. Nityananda Gauranga, Nityananda Gauranga. All right, Hare Krishna.